Well, I'll show a little bit on my screen. We're going to start standing up. I actually found an old jump rope that I'm going to use instead of the towel and that band. I feel like my hamstrings definitely have gotten a lot of benefit from stretching with you guys, but I feel like I need something stiffer, and you might find the same experience. So if you have not ordered a yoga strap or don't have one, I would recommend something stiff like a rope or a thinner towel. But my towels are so bulky that I just wasn't getting the same. So, all right, let's start with our shoulder rolls. I know that we did not do those yesterday, and those always feel good to me. Okay, lift those elbows up now. Lift them up at shoulder height and then draw them back, okay? Lift them up. So there is a forward roll and then pull them back, okay? It's like, get out of my way. You're elbowing somebody back there, and that's what I want you to do is draw them back, draw them back, draw them back. Okay, extend those arms, interlock your fingers, and just stay right there, okay? Bring one foot forward and one foot back. And we're going to multitask. So we're just getting our shoulders, teaching them to go down and back. I'm not pulling up. So my hand is completely in touch with my backside, okay? My back leg is what I'm thinking about, okay? I'm lunging forward, getting a nice stretch. Now, if this is hard on the knees for you, your knees too far over your shoe, or you can hold on to something, but I really want you to pull those shoulders back, extend your elbows, and then push forward. Okay. Now we're going to do the same side. Release those hands, drive that heel back. Okay. Interlock those fingers. Now I'm not going to look at the screen. You just have to, and I don't want you to unless you're facing the screen. I want you to tuck your chin in and then extend those elbows. Again, keeping contact with your hands to your glutes. And driving those shoulders down, downward towards the floor, towards the back foot, and bend that front knee, and release. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's loosen up. Swing those arms forward in front of you, side to side. Let the fingers, wrists, elbows relax so those muscles can relax. Okay. All right, let's go around now, okay? Around, 2, 3. All right, meet me at the bottom, okay? Let's go the other way now. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Cross your arm in front, get a stretch in that shoulder. Keep your legs apart. I have something in store for those legs. Other side. Okay, our legs are in the right position. Hands on the legs, slide down and just sit. Let your hips sit, or your body sit into your hips, I should say. Okay, you can hold on to that chair or the stool and just let that stretch. Okay. So we're just doing something a little different today, and that is we're stretching a hold. So it's a static stretch, and then we're moving out of it, okay? So now we come up, and you're gonna bring your knee up and around, okay? Rotate. 4 and 5. Let's go the other side. Rotate. Okay, bring those legs back apart. And now we're going to take our arms around. Now we're going to bend over that right leg. Hold it just for like a 1 Mississippi count. Drag your fingers all the way to the other side. Hold for a 1 Mississippi count. And then come back up. All right. If that bothers your back, then don't hold it. Just go around a circle, okay? So here we go. We're going to do it 3 times. A temporary pause, drag your fingers over the other side, pause, and come up. Last one to the right. Pause, drag your fingers, pause. All right, we'll go the other side. Recognize when we pause, you're getting a stretch in the glute, okay? Here we go. Pause, drag your fingers over and up. 2 more to go. Last one. Arms come down. Okay, circle our arms up over the head and all the way around. Again, 2. Last one. Don't hold your breath on this. Try to take a deep breath as those arms are up over your head. Okay, gonna stretch out that inner thigh. Other side. Other side. Okay, let's put our hands back up over the head. Here we go. Side bend. Back to the center. Side bend. Okay, we're gonna do it now with bending that knee. Okay, and the other side. And then bring those arms down. Let's go break at the waist. Come down, touch the floor, and come back up. Reach up high, side bend, side bend. We're gonna go back down. Release your hands, palms down towards the floor. Go down and touch. And back up. Let's do it one more time. Interlock your fingers. Open up those ribs. Open up those ribs. Down. Okay, I want to do it actually one more time, but this time we're going to side bend even further by allowing us to bend that knee. Other side, bend that knee. Over. Release those fingers. Come down, touch. To the middle. Deep breath in as you're down there, and come on up. And roll those shoulders. Let's roll our shoulders again. Bring those feet close together. Okay, let's scissor our arms. We're gonna rotate when we scissor them, okay? So we scissor them, opening up. Let's go 2 more on each side. 1 and 2. And let's bring our foot up, circle. Bring our knee up, I'm sorry. And your foot is up, circling that ankle. Okay, hopefully. I know some of you told me, you shared with me that your balance is really improved. So hopefully this is not too much of a challenge anymore. You'll have your good days and bad days, but for the most part, you can last longer without grabbing a hold of something. As we do 2 things here, stretching up those glutes and opening up that ankle. Okay, now just bring it up, no holding. Okay, so I don't know if I've ever done this with you guys. I know I've done it in my studio at the Circus Club. So we're gonna bring our feet not too far apart, probably the width of the mat. What we're gonna do is we're gonna circle our ankles, our hips. Here we go again, I'm gonna have one of those mornings. So push that hip and then press your hips towards the screen and circle, kind of like a hula hoop. I tried one of those weighted hula hoops and my back has never been the same. My God, don't ever do it. Ugh. But I thought, oh yeah, I can do this. And I started to go, it's like, no problem. And oh my goodness, I had a back spasm. Okay, stop and go the other way. There is no glute squeezing, there is nothing. You're just opening up those hips, getting that range of motion, and it's all in the hips. Push those hips back, side, forward. It's a full circle, okay? All right, now go down, touch those toes again. Find the floor with your fingers, and then come on up and pull those shoulders back. Okay, take that foot back there and let's circle the ankle. Okay, now drive that heel down, press forward. Now we've done this stretch here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch up here. What that does is it changes where you're gonna feel it, and it's in the front. It's all up in here. We're gonna stretch that out before we start our core. Okay, bring those arms around. My heel is down back there. Put my feet together, and we're gonna go other side. Oh wait, we need to circle that ankle. Hopefully you guys recognize, you know, we're not gonna stretch like this before we do our hikes or golf or play tennis or whatever activity you have in store next. But some of these little pieces that you've learned and you find you have some favorites, that's what you incorporate, and you spend at least 10 minutes doing that before or after your activity, your main activity, okay? So I'm reaching up as high as I can, try to straighten out my elbows, and I'm driving that heel down, and I'm getting a nice stretch up higher into the hip, lessen that quad. All right, so now one more before we start going down to the floor. We're gonna cross our leg in front, okay? This is gonna emphasize that back leg. We're gonna come down and we're gonna hold it, okay? For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come on up. Okay, we're gonna do it again, same side, don't switch yet. Here we go. Come on down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on up and switch. Some of these stretches you can do in between. So if it's in between a set for tennis, in between holes for golf, or you reached your turning point of a hike, you can do a stretch something like this. Stretch out, the hamstrings and the back get really tight if it's a walking or standing type of a sport. Come on up. I like this side. This side needs a little bit more of a stretch. I find myself daydreaming down there. Here we go, one more time. All right, we're coming up. So I put a few coffee house songs on today because for as much as I do go to get coffee, I do enjoy going into the coffee shop and seeing the people and having coffee with people. And that's the one thing in my industry, I'm usually teaching or working out, but that's like a huge treat for me. So I decided I would put coffee music on, intermix it. Okay, and that's something that I'm looking forward to when the coffee shops open up inside. Okay, so we're gonna walk down, we're gonna walk out, we're gonna do kind of a downward dog. I talked to Flora today before class, and she doesn't do that because it bothers her shoulders. So for some of you, what you're going to do is use the chair, or I'm gonna use the dog kennel. This is your downward dog, is here. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my shoulders. I'm driving my hips back to get that stretch in that hamstring. And then I walk my feet to feel those calf muscles, okay? But don't push down on, it's just holding, okay? It's holding so you can drive your hips back, okay? But that's what you would want to use is something about this height. You can borrow my dog kennel if you want. But for the rest of you, let's walk down. I'm gonna walk down, drive those heels down, get a good stretch in that calf muscle, in those hamstrings, all the way up into your sit bones, butt bones, whatever you want to call them, tush bones, ham bones. Oh, Best in Show had that one scene of the guy who owned the coonhound, and he talked about nuts, pecans and almonds and peanuts, and anyway, we have a lot of names for our butt. Oh, okay, you guys done with that one, I bet. Here we go. Come down onto your hands and knees, child's pose. Now we're gonna do some kind of a movement pattern. I'm gonna do it on this side so you can watch facing the screen. You are going to go into a straight arm plank. You're gonna step forward and step forward to the other. We're gonna alternate it, okay? I'm gonna do 5 on each side. So for those of you that are on the floor, for those of you standing up, just step forward and get that stretch in the hip area, okay? Okay, there we go. Now you're gonna go down into the Superman, and you're just gonna rock back and forth, getting a stretch in that low back. Okay, side view, and side. I goes back past my shoes, and then I come forward past my hands. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a little trickier one, okay? This one is in that straight arm plank. And you're gonna lift a leg up. For some of you, if you can lift a hand up and switch, you start with your leg and then you go to that other hand. Okay, I want you to work on that. Modified Superman, okay? This is, give you a little time to work on this. Take a rest, sit back into that child's pose. Now, we are going into the plank, okay? On your elbows, down into the plank. We're gonna call it, I call it rotisserie chicken. We're gonna start down and then we're gonna rotate. And if you can, don't put your knees down to reposition yourself, okay? So we're just gonna rotate, staying into that plank. Here we go. Make 90-degree angles with your elbows. Okay, so they're here. So your shoulders get to stabilize. Suck it in. Okay, you ready? Don't let those knees drop. Just take one hand and shift. And now you're in that side plank. If you're bored with this one, you can rotate and let that hand touch all the way past your back, past the sideline of your body. 10 more seconds of this. Okay, you ready? We're gonna switch. So go face down. Here. Got it. Now rotate to the other side. Stack your feet if you can. Modified, you're here, and your feet are off, but you are on your knees, okay? But your knees are stacked. Either way. And rotate if you can, or just hold it. Concentrate on your side. The one's closest to the floor. 5 seconds. Okay, we're gonna go back into that regular plank. Face down on your elbows. 15 more seconds. And there we have it. 2-minute plank. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Okay, I'm gonna move the camera down a little lower. So, there we go. Let's do more crunches. Well, let's do crunches. We haven't done any yet. We just did that plank. Look at this. Champ, Pico. I just took them for a super long walk with my neighbor. And they're done. But little do they know they're getting a bath today. Okay, get those hips up and march your feet. Yep, they're getting a bath today. Pico is so easy, but Champ, he's squirrely. But getting better. That place down at Safeway, Unleashed, is a great place if you guys have dogs. They're not open yet for using those dog bathtubs. Okay, let's bring it down. Roll your knees into your chest. All right, let's go into a dying bug, or as Nancy Bilsner calls it, marionettes. Frankly, those marionette kind of things kind of scared me because they used to have scary movies about those things coming to life. Ugh. Okay, easy, right? Awesome. Take a rest, bring those hips up and start marching. Okay, guys, that helps with your glutes and helping you transition. You're shifting your weight from left to right and up higher. It's great. Again, I tend to give you ideas of what's going to help you. It helps climbing hills on your bike. It helps hiking, walking and pulling. Okay, roll your legs side to side. Let's get a little bit more intensity into those glutes or those abs now. Okay, I know you guys are capable of more. So let's try that double crunch. So my feet are here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna lower them here and my hands are gonna come up and touch my shoelaces, okay? I'm gonna take my hands over the head and come up. These are called V crunches, really. They're not, but in a nutshell, it's in that general category of a double crunch, meaning shoulders and hips come up. So you're taking the origin and the insertion of those abdominals and using both ways. No different than doing a bicep curl or any of our strength exercises. So this is very much normal to do both. Okay? Got a lot of joints involved on this. This is total body effort. Everybody gets to play on this one. Okay, complement it with an oblique, which is that elbow to knee, side to side. Look at that, guys. You guys probably aren't even out of breath yet. I am, but it's definitely 2 months of this with you guys. My abs have definitely gotten stronger. Can't say that I see them anymore better than I did, but definitely have endurance. And take a rest. Let's lengthen that muscle now. Arms over the head. If that bothers you, put them out to the side. And just let everything relax in here, okay? Just let it go get all gushy. Gushy mushy. Okay, now the small of my back is up, okay? I'm gonna try to tighten up my abs while my back is not on the mat. And that's okay. I can still technically call it neutral spine as long as my abdominals are fired. If you can't engage those abs, then you do have to bring your feet up, okay? But if you can with your legs straight, awesome. Hold it tight, hold it tight. There's no more mush and gush. And then lift that leg up and lift your hand to reach, okay? For those people who wanna stabilize their neck, keep your head down and just bring your hand up, okay? But to get full effect of this one, you wanna reach, okay? Reach. Okay, let's complement it with that bicycle elbow to knee. In this position, your back should be flat on the mat. It's easier. If you want to challenge it though, lower those legs. If you want to modify it, just pick that foot up and put it back down to the floor. Okay, keep bicycling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, let's do one more set of those bridges and march, okay? Take your hands out of the equation. Don't let them help you this time. We start like this if we want to modify it, but if you don't need it, get those hands off and use these working muscles here. Okay? And take a rest. Roll those knees into the chest. Okay, we're going to go back to that V crunch. If you don't want your head involved or your neck involved, then don't pick your head up, okay? The small of your back might come down a little bit as you're lengthening, gaining more range of motion, but be careful right at the very beginning and hold it tight as you lift those legs closer to you, okay? We didn't do that many abs yesterday, so I'm making up for it. Okay, there's 10. We're gonna go 5 more. How about 1, 2, 3, 4, and 15. Okay, guys, let's stretch. All right, I'm gonna use my rope today. Before I start it though, I want you to roll your legs side to side, okay? Go at least 2 times on each side and then stay on one of the sides, okay? And stay there, okay? Use that towel, strap, or whatever. Hold on to it and go over the head. What that does is it opens up more of the ribs. Okay. All right, let's go the other side. And hold that strap over your head. Let your knuckles touch to the floor. Okay, let's get the hamstrings now. All right, let's go with the ball of your foot. Now, the one thing about a rope is it could roll on me, but I have it on the ball of my foot so I can get a stretch in my calf. I have this leg up so I can just solely work on this. Now, if you do have a stiff strap, and it's not the band, what we're gonna do is, I call it flossing. I didn't make that name up. There's other people who have this technique. And they floss shoulders and teeth and all that sorts of things. But what I'm doing is I'm just pulling each side of the rope to get kind of some mobility in my ankle, side to side, okay? And then I pull it down, okay? Now I'm gonna pull to the inside of the strap so that I can get a stretch in this muscle. This is when I'm gonna straighten out that leg and pull it to the opposite shoulder. And instead of the back of my knee, I'm gonna get it all the way down this side and in the back of my leg, upper leg, okay? Don't forget to breathe through this. By now, your heart rate's gone down from those crunches. You want to breathe through your nose again. All right, let's reposition the strap to the arch. So I have it on my arch now, okay? And before I forget, because I forget this one all the time, we're gonna go this way with it, okay? And I don't want you to go all the way to the floor. I want you to be at least 3 feet above the floor, and I want you to pull it, okay? So we're getting it here in that inner thigh. Don't let it drop. Don't be relaxing it, okay? And pull. Bend the knee, pull it again. Now bring it around, bend the knee and pull towards your belly. Keep that knee bent and pull it to the opposite. So now it's B-U-T-T-T-U-S-H. B-E-H-I-N-D. I had to think about that one. You're behind. But if you want to say it right, it's two E's. B-E-E-H-I-N-D. Oh my God. Help me. I'm going crazy. All right, straighten out that leg and go over 3 feet to the other side and pull. Don't go too low and pull because you will feel the fire. Okay, bend that knee and pull some more. And now just let it rest to the other side, okay? Don't bend it too much. Keep it as straight as you can and then just let it go to the floor. I think there are more names to call the rear end, but I don't think we need to go through that. But you can yourself, in your mind. There's a trunk full of words we can call that. No pun intended. Okay, bring it back. Oi. All right, let's go back to that classic straight leg pull. It's all of the hamstring. And pull until it's somewhat uncomfortable. That almost knocks the wind out of you to take a deep breath, okay? And release it, okay? Bend that knee and let it shorten, okay? All right, let's go to the other side. Okay, we're on the ball of the foot. Pull that foot down, that toe is coming down. I'm getting a nice stretch in my calf. Putting this leg up helps you concentrate more on the lower part of the back leg and not just the hamstring, okay? I want you to get that hamstring or that calf muscle too. All right, let's floss it, meaning just back and forth with that ankle. Keep it loose. Wobbly, wobbly, okay? Pull it to the inside now and take it to the other shoulder. Now go ahead and let that leg straighten out. Okay. Bend that knee and pull a little bit more. All right, bring it back. Reposition. Reposition, it's in your arch, okay? Pull. Release, now bend it. Opposite shoulder. Oh, wait a minute, sorry, let's back up. We gotta go to the other side. Again, that's the one I forget all the time. So keep it bent and bring it up. Try to straighten it when it gets there. Hold on to it, don't let it drop. Bend it now and pull. Back to the same side shoulder, bend it. Try to get that knee towards your belly, towards the chest. And here. Straighten it out, up here. Now bring it about 3 feet, maybe 18 inches. Bend it and pull. And then straighten it out. Bend it and then let it rest all the way down. Okay, bring it back up, and one last stretch, that one that's taking it to its limit with a straight leg. Pull, breathe through it. And release. Okay, guys, let's put that strap down and shorten up those hamstrings, let them loose. Now bring your legs open. Get a stretch in that inner thigh again. Interlock your fingers, bring them up over the head. Deep breath in with those arms over the head. Exhale out the back of your throat, back of your throat or out your mouth is fine. All right, bring your legs together. And what I want to do is go through some cervical tilts. So what it is, it's like you are rubbing the back of your head on the mat and you're tilting your chin into your chest, okay? And what that does is it kind of flattens out your neck. And so tuck it in, tuck that chin in. Always keep contact with the mat. If you're finding it hard, then just put a towel underneath there. But what you want to find is a pain-free range of motion, okay? It should feel really good. And you want to just keep doing it. You just want to flatten out that neck, open it up so your chin is up towards the ceiling, tuck it in. What you're doing is you're promoting range of motion. That's what you're promoting. A lot of us have degenerative discs in the neck and arthritis. It's just because we don't move it enough. We moved it a lot as kids and young adults, but now we don't move it as much. Now, turn your head to the side. Put your hands down. You can even tuck your hands under you to get a deeper stretch into those traps. Other side. Again, don't lift your head up. Just mess up your hair in the back. Who cares? You can't see it. Okay. The reason I pulled my hands underneath is that I can keep my shoulder from coming up. Okay. Shoulders always want to help when we stretch our neck. We pull them up and we want to keep them down, out of the way. Okay. All right. Interlock your fingers. Pull your head up. Tuck your chin in and get a nice stretch. Straighten out those legs. Be careful, you don't want to overstretch the nerve there, but tuck it in. And bring it back down. All right, we're going to roll over onto our belly. You're going to use that strap or you're going to use your hand, okay? Either one. For some of you who don't have that range in your foot that you can't pull it to your glutes. See, I'm showing off. Look at that. Woo-woo. Some of you can't do it. So you need something like this. And you hold on to it. And you pull, okay? And you pull it. And what you want to do is really keep contact of that thigh on the mat. Okay, let's go the other side. Switch legs and pull. Tomorrow's class, foundation, we'll go a little heavier on the weights for our legs. I'm noticing I'm not sore at all, so I think we probably need to add a little bit more intensity on those legs. We'll try to combine the band and the dumbbells. That's tomorrow. Okay, release that. We're gonna come up and we're gonna stretch those hips out a little bit more. Find something to put a cushion on your knee, or come up off the floor and stretch on the chair. A little crib blanket that my mom made. Oh, I like to put my knee on it. Okay, so we're gonna go two ways. We're gonna tip that out, and we're gonna put our hands to the floor and move it around, okay? Okay, there's one. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. Did you see how I just rotated my knee out and in? Okay? Out and in. We're just rotating just like we would our shoulder. And you can put it down to rotate it. You can put it wherever you want, that foot. And then release it, put that foot down. So I have it down and I'm pressing forward. Okay? Pop that knee out and really get a deep stretch here. Okay, let's switch. Okay, here we go. Hands on the floor, pop that hip out and press. Move it. Okay, here. Okay, hold it there now. Pick up that foot and rotate. I don't have as much range on this one. Actually, let's try it this way. So put your foot here and rotate. You can do it that way too, as long as it doesn't bother your knee. Okay? All right, here we go. Put that back down, press that hip forward, push that hip or that knee away so you get your hands in front. Okay? Okay, now straighten out this leg. I didn't do that on the other side, so that's all right. Okay, because we're gonna get it again. So what I want you to do is sit down. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your bottoms of your feet together, good old fashioned groin stretch. Okay, and you're gonna rock side to side. Okay, you're gonna straighten out one leg, hurdler stretch. Now, you could use your towel if you can't reach. You can rope it. Okay, and you can pull. You get a really nice stretch in the back of your leg. What you want to really think about is keeping that back neutral. So you're here and you're pulling, okay? What I don't want is this, okay? Don't be doing that. Get out of sitting in your hips with those ribs. Get the ribs in front of your hip and then pull. Okay? All right, let's go the other leg. Tuck that other leg in to get it out of the way and pull. Feel that in the back of the legs? You always feel like there's a stretch to be had in that hamstring. But you might be a little sore in the hamstrings if we do all this stretching of them, but in the long run, it's pretty beneficial. Okay? All right, take that off. This isn't gonna appeal to everybody on this one, but what this is again, another mobilization move for the hip. And so for some, this bothers your knee here, and I don't want you to be bothered. So don't do this one. So what you wanna do is stretch out this way and pull forward, okay? And just try to pop that knee out and then lean. But for the rest of you, what you're trying to do is promote some internal rotation. And it's kind of a spot right here, okay? You wanna sit tall, you don't wanna be here. But what you're doing is a little traction. You're getting that hip to drop. Other side. Okay, sit tall. One side sometimes sits a little higher than the other. Okay. All right. You can move and transition up into a chair. I'm going to get on my stool and we're going to stretch our necks and then we will be done today. But you come back tomorrow and we'll do some strength and conditioning. Total body. Okay. Right here. I'll get back a little further. Okay, let's get our neck now. So we're gonna drop ear to shoulder. This hand can come down here and you're gonna feel a little bit more of a stretch, okay? I'm still facing the camera, I'm not looking down yet. And then I come back. Now I'm gonna turn my head. I'm gonna tuck my chin in and I'm gonna look down. It's very helpful if you take a deep breath on these stretches. Okay, come back up and let's turn now. You should feel like you have more range, especially after doing those cervical tilts on the mat. Okay, let's try the other side. Put that hand down and then drop the ear to the shoulder. Okay, back to the center and now turn and drop your chin to the collarbone. Breathe. Come back up, face the screen, and then just turn and look as far as you can. Okay, come back to the center, roll the shoulders. Now, we're gonna do one, I haven't done this in a long time, but what you're doing is you're pulling your muscles down, okay? So tuck your chin in and pull down on your skin and then look up as far as you can. Okay, I don't know why, but it feels really good. Okay, now what I want you to do is just self-massage those neck muscles right here, okay? And do the same thing. So it's these muscles here. Put 3 fingers here and then look up as your hands run down that muscle all the way down below the clavicle. Feels really good, doesn't it? Okay, now let's do it one more time. Tuck your chin in, pull, you see where the clavicle is? Pull and look up. And that's good enough for me. All right, roll the shoulders. Now look to the right, center, left. Drop your ear to the shoulder. This is my favorite one right here. And the other side. Roll and put your hands together. I think we still have time for one more, right? Put that elbow together, come up and peel those fingers down. Back up and peel, pull fingers, pull the fingers, other side, and then look, hands right in front of the screen and rotate. I think we hit top to bottom, guys. So have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.